For most 17-year-olds, life operates on a predictable track. You navigate high school, you spend hours gaming, and you slowly start testing the boundaries of your own independence. Lourease Wilson, who also goes by Man, likes gaming and cars too. But his daily reality carries an entirely different weight. He is a high schooler actively navigating a relationship with his girlfriend, helping to raise her son, and supporting a close friend who was incarcerated. The sheer volume of these responsibilities creates a compounding macro force. It is the kind of structural pressure that routinely fractures fully grown adults, let alone a teenager. How exactly does a 17-year-old manage this weight while actively dismantling a long-standing cycle of generational family trauma? He relies on a highly engineered personal operating system built entirely around his definition of a single word: loyalty. For Lourease, loyalty operates as a three-part active problem-solving tool that he deploys every day to construct a safe environment for the people he loves. This blueprint outlines the first pillar of his system: loyalty to the past. Treating his history as analytical data, he observes how things break to avoid repeating failures. Remembering early childhood challenges instead of letting them dictate his trajectory, he isolates and studies them. This analytical approach to grief crystallized when he lost his cousin, Jordell. The loss forced a hard shift in how he measured the value of his time. He realized that the grand milestones matter very little in the end. The things that hold actual power, especially when voices and laughs start to fade, are the quiet moments, like just sitting outside together. He takes those small memories and weaponizes them against generational trauma. By consciously holding on to what he lost, he translates that past grief into a physical, protective shield that dictates exactly how he behaves today. That brings us to the second pillar: loyalty to the present. As this map shows, he executes this through practical micro actions. When pressure spikes at home, he calls his mother, his rock, to coordinate childcare, getting his stressed girlfriend out for dinner. The immediate return on that investment is watching her demeanor shift from overwhelmed to appreciative. Seeing that change makes him feel completely on his game, reinforcing his confidence as the caretaker of his household. He applies that same localized focus to his friend, who he sees as a brother who is currently incarcerated. The systemic weight of the prison system is countered through simple, grounding 10-minute phone calls that keep them deeply connected. Lourease takes immense pride in being that source of comfort. He recalls a memory where he convinced his brother to attend a party simply by promising to feed him and bring him home safely. Outputting that much support requires intense self-preservation. To maintain his mental quiet, Lourease isolates himself in quiet hobbies, tending to a garden, reading a book, or listening to his audio soundbar. Family stability is maintained through the relentless, daily mastery of these everyday micro moments and practical caretaking. The final pillar is loyalty to the future. As mapped out here, this dictates his surprisingly pragmatic views on career paths, like his interest in culinary arts and how he handles wealth. He operates on a philosophy of pure financial utility. Money is an instrument for transportation and basic human needs. He actively rejects the idea of treating wealth as a status symbol. By keeping his financial strategy stripped down and highly functional, he ensures his son will inherit a legacy of practical stability and personal freedom. Society often frames generational trauma as an unstoppable, cascading avalanche that eventually flattens every branch of a family tree. Lourease's entire life is a lived counter-theory to that idea. Avalanches are stopped before they ever start through the relentless application of small, intentional, and loyal acts. When he thinks 50 years down the line, he only wants one word associated with his legacy: loyalty. For him, true loyalty is the physical and emotional architecture that you actively build every day to keep your relatives safe. Lourease Wilson is a 17-year-old high schooler navigating the pressures of adulthood. He is architecting a completely new, unbreakable family legacy. Breaking a generational cycle of trauma takes a community willing to lay the next brick alongside him. The foundation is set, the future is waiting, and the work starts today. Let's begin.